It's CalifaRap.net, and it's a brand new and exclusive interview with the Southland gangster himself, aka Mr. D. So, D, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, actually, I'm doing pretty good too. I mean, you just released your new record, West Coast Official, last week, and I picked up a copy, a digital copy, the day it dropped, and yeah, I need to say it's a really good record, but maybe people know what they can expect from it, music-wise.
Well, I'm glad I'm glad you liked it. And I like it. And a few other people I know liked it. So hopefully everybody else like it. So I think it's some West Coast G Funk music. You know what I mean? Got the original creator of G Funk, all over the record, called 187 from Above the Law. So it's just some West Coast gangster shit. You know what I mean? A little bit of slow stuff. Chicano stuff. You know what I mean? But most of this, it's West Coast.
Okay, so you already mentioned one of the West Coast features, but I think you have a couple of more, like MCA, Nocturnal, Squeak Roo, and Rappin' Forte, and also Badass, who was already featured on your first album. I mean, how did those features come about?
Well, I knew Badass since 1997 when he put out that Dogtown Gangsta be putting it down, dog man. I known him forever since when he was hot, and we did that song Deep in the Game. That was one of the first songs I ever did. So he was one of the first black artists I ever dealt with. Him and Young Dre. So that was a reunion when I did when I did the new song with him, West Coast Gangster Shit it's called. And then MC8, that was the first time I ever worked with him. He was cool. Nocturnal, cool. And all from the Eye Squeak Roo. That's the homie right there, real cool. So it was just doing things. Of course we got still Frank V featured on there and the Southland Gangsters. So we got a lot of good features on it. I always do records with features. I don't like taking up the whole song too much. I never like songs where you just hear the same person over and over again. I don't care if you're the best rapper in the world. The same voice and doing the hook, doing all three verses gets kind of too repetitious. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we already mentioned, all West Coast legends you have on the album, but a person I like to ask you particular about is Rappin' Forte, since he's from the Bay. So how did this work out?
Yeah, area. The Bay, there's a lot of situation in the Bay. I know with me being from the Southern California, but there's a lot of homies up there that are from that area that are actually, represent what we represent down here. But with Rappin' Forte, with black rappers, I don't look at them like, we don't have no problem with them. So, from that area. So it was cool. Rappin' Forte, I always liked his music from that song. He was with Don't Fight the Feeling when he was on with Too Short and Players Club. So, he got some hits on his belt. And my boy Chino Brown hooked it up, and he came through and he dropped some music with us. So that worked out cool. Rappin' Forte is cool. He's a legend in the game.
I think, the album starts with a really good track, probably even my favorite track called "'Cause I'm Dope." But what's your favorite track on the album, and especially why?
My favorite track is I'm Lost. 'Cause I like them deep tracks, and I just pretty much wrote what I'm thinking, what was on my mind at the time. Pretty much what I do on every track, but this one I wrote, I went way deep on it. And I don't know if you heard that song, but that's my favorite song. And it's actually just me, two verses of me, and then Code 187's on the hook. So, one of the only solo songs I did on the record. But yeah, that's my favorite song.
The day you released the album, you also released a video for the song called Late Night Move. Let us know what we can expect from that video.
Late Night Move, yeah, that was a song I did with Big Al, Trouble P, and Cole 187 on the hook. That was a song we did a while back, and Big Al, I was introducing Big Al, and he's my little homie from my neighborhood, and Trouble P from the other side of the valley, and we put that together, and I think it came out good. It was a good song, I think, and it was supposed to be for the Southland Tales soundtrack. That's why you'll see a lot of clips from the movie, but I'm not putting it up on my albums just to so you could order the track now. You know what I mean? Digital platforms you get songs from nowadays.
So you just mentioned, your Southland Tale movie, but before we talk about this one, I mean, of course, the album is available digitally, but how can the people actually get a physical copy?
They could probably get physical copy wherever good music's sold, wherever I don't know where music's sold nowadays, especially CDs. But I know you can get on eBay and probably Amazon a physical copy. I know for sure you get a physical copy on eBay. So if you ain't got it, go get it on eBay. It's probably out there at some of the mom and pop stores. Is there any big record store chains left? I'm not sure. FYE's gone. Tower Records gone. Sam Goody gone. Everything's gone, but I'm sure some places you can get the CD at.
All right, so now let's talk about the movie, which is called A Southland Tale. I think it's not done 100% yet, but maybe you can already let us know what we can expect from it.
Let's expect the movie, it's about I don't want to give away too much, but I don't know what the companies allow me to say. Let me see. The CEO of the movie might get mad at me, Mr. D, but let me see what I should say. It's starring Mr. D. He's not that good of an actor, but he did all right. And I'm just rolling around, I got a situation with my brother's kid, Bobby. But Bobby don't have kids, but in this movie we made him have a kid. And I got to raise some money to help the kid out, and I go through a lot of situations trying to borrow money and avoiding the feds. That's basically what the movie's about. It's cool. I liked it. You probably like it. Probably just me and you will be the only ones that like it, but it's cool.
Do you already have an idea when we can expect it to be in stores or wherever this will be put out?
No idea whatsoever. It's all shot. It's all done. Just got to add a couple of things to it, post-production stuff, and that's all. We'll do. We'll get it going. Hopefully early next year.
When it comes to music, West Coast Official was the only album SL Entertainment has released so far this year. So, what can we expect musically in the future?
It wasn't the only thing we released. Digitally, we released a Big Al single that was up on all the digital platforms. So if you don't know about that, go get that. It's So High. He has a couple other songs on there. But physically, yeah, it's the only thing we released. We got some more stuff coming out. My boy Hillside's album pretty much completed. Got Big Al's album completed. We got the Southland Tale soundtrack completed, and a couple other things I think we got in the can. But we got a lot of stuff that the time just flies by, so I don't really pay attention. I put things out when I put them out. That's all there is to it. I don't really pay attention to dates and all that. It just happens when it happens.
Something, I missed to mention earlier is, on the cover of your new record, the Mr. D is actually not spelled, the whole word Mr., like it was in the past, but it's,
Correct.
MR, the short form. You can also say MRD, Making Real Dollars, or Mr. D Productions, like back in the days. So why did you pick that up?
I just wanted to, for digital platforms, because people usually don't spell out Mr. MISTERD when they, a lot of people aren't really, into that like that. When you think of Mr. and they want to find a name on my songs, they put MR period D in there. Like, man, we can't find any of your songs. What's up with that? And I'm all, man, you gotta spell out Mister, and then you spell out MISD, and I was tired of telling people that. So, so I think Mr. D is an easy way to search. So that's all it was. It's a business move.
So all the way back in 1999, you released your first album, the double disc LP. I told you I was deep in the game through MRD, Making Real Dollars Productions. So after almost 20 years in the Chicano rap game, what do you think about its current state?
Damn, it's been a long time. I'm still young, though, and I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere unless my maker calls. I'll be ready. But the current state is, I'm glad there's still people still doing this type of music, and still there's Chicano still rapping, and I don't think that's ever going to end. I think we'll still be making music till the end of time, because we're a big part of society, and our influences, we've influenced society worldwide. Our influence on in the whole world. Our Chicano style. We just gotta remember that we what we are and be proud of what we are. We don't want, we could evolve. That's cool, and all the evolving is cool, but we gotta stay true to what we are and remain, a strong people that we are meant to be. Not try to be anything we're not. So let's be, keep it Chicano and keep it, brown and proud, and stay humble to what we are. Stay proud of what we are. A lot of people, going the wrong way and dressing like cupcakes nowadays, like Frank V said. And that's that's the style people want to do. That's them. But I'm gonna always do me. I'm always gonna keep it true Chicano style. I won't wear tight pants ever. I'm not gonna wear red ever. That's not my style. Is not what I was brought up to be. I have homies turn over in their graves saying how some of this stuff is nowadays. How some of these youngsters are acting. Some of them it's even cool to be a homosexual. And act in gay ways. That shit ain't cool. In the Bible, it ain't cool, and it ain't cool. We want to start talking about what's right and wrong. But I'm not a preacher or a teacher. I'm just open your eyes to some stuff, But nowadays it's just like I said in that one song, it's like anything goes, people could dress like hoes, it's crazy. But as long as you keep it true to yourself and and realize, that we're strong people and what we do is, what we do Chicano style, let's keep it real. But that's the question. To answer your question, I'm proud of all these young rappers. I hope they all succeed and all make platinum hits, because it's time for the West Coast and come back. It's time for our people to get on the map and have our turn at the mainstream and bring it back the way it was over here, 20 years ago. But our people running it, and just the whole West Coast running it. It needs to evolve back to our side. Because East started, came to the West, now it's in the South. It seems to be in the South for a long time. Things come back over our side, West. And we need to be a big part of it this time. Chicano faces on magazines and Chicano faces, everywhere. And Chicano means a Mexican American, if you don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, so once again, let us know why we should go out and pick up the new Mr. D record, West Coast Official.
Because it's official, and it's from the West Coast, and it's some real genuine gangster music, G-funk music, whatever you want to call it. Chicano music. I know a lot of people don't like that word nowadays. They're ashamed of their roots. But there's nothing else I'd ever want to be besides a Chicano. But it's just real stuff, you know what I mean? And pick it up if you like listening to real shit, and if you don't want to hear none of the weak ass shit, coming on the radio nowadays. I don't even understand what half that stuff that's on the radio, but it is what it is, It's all corporate bullshit. This is real shit, you know what I mean?
So before I let you go, you're already used to it. Is there anything else that you want to say at the end of the interview?
Yeah, shout out to Germany, everybody out there in Germany, and especially you, Dennis. And the rest of the world, worldwide, South Side. You know what I mean? And everybody listening to this, try not to hate too bad, because I do read those comments, but I know sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It makes you feel better for hating on some other man, but ain't no need for all that. But it's just, if it's going to help your day get better and make you feel better about yourself, then go ahead and write a negative comment. I'm here to help you out. And I like to see everybody succeed, even if they are haters. And there's money for everybody out there. So get it. All right.